turn my wireframe off. Let's see what it looks like in 3D. So this was the issue. There's stairs that come down here. This curb is way up high. There's no way you can have a sidewalk right behind this curb without a wall here to hit your stair grades. You can climb up your stairs and go to your road. So, all right. Let's see what we got. What line is this? Break line. Let me get rid of that. 124.88. Okay, so that's the same. $124, it's the crossing of that. Couple spot elevations. I don't think this is 2394. Yeah, there's no way this is going to make any difference for the problem. Alien. Yeah, it's August 13th revisions. I guess it was a month ago, but I just got them. Yeah, I don't see how that made any difference. Yeah, I have no idea how those couple little changes could have made a difference. This is just drainage changes. $125.58. 126, 125.58. Yep, there's no way this is 125. Maybe they did change it just a little bit. 58. Right click edit. I always work with the vertical points here. Actually, looks like they changed a lot of these. Maybe just this one. 125, 49. Just change the back of curb. 125.99. 126.08. I'm going to remove this one. So here's a quick tip that I always do. So I want this elevation to be 6 inches above this one, I think. And there's probably a ramp. Yeah. So in this case, I want it to actually be the same. So what I do is, I don't know what this elevation is right here. Really simple tip in Business Center. Come in here, highlight that elevation that you want to change, which is this one right here. Right click, along line snap, asks you to pick which line. So I'm getting the elevation along the line, and I'm going to snap to the point on the back of curb, and it's going to give me that exact elevation. If I want to add 6 inches to it, I just do plus 0.5 if it's curb. In this case, it is the same, so I'm just going to hit enter. Do the same thing here. A long line snap here. So then this, same thing. This is going to be 6 inches higher than the point where it hits the curb. Or actually just 6 inches higher than where it is. So I'm going to click here. Now if I turn on... turn my wireframe on for my surface. Since there's a vertical point of intersection here, it's going to show up as a snap. Another good trick if you want to snap to a vertical point of intersection. So I want this to be a long line snap along my edge of pavement at this location. Oh, I don't want it to be that elevation. I want to add 6 inches. And the next time yeah, so of course none of this is going to make much of a difference. Yeah, it probably wraps this one up. Gonna have to go right back to the owner or back to the contractor and say, hey, this does not work. Let's see what they're calling out here. 125.38 top of curb. One 124. 125.30 to 124. It's 5 feet wide. 125.38 to contour line 124 right here. Just simple sanity check why this does not work. They don't believe it. 125.38 minus 124 divided by 5 feet. It's 27%. Five feet times 0.02, 1/10, plus, minus. Really, it's supposed to be plus because the sidewalk's supposed to be draining to the. We can just go minus anyway. 125.38. It's what it should be over here. It is not possible. So I'm going to have to go back to the owner, or contractor, to go back to the owner, tell him this isn't going to work. Just not going to work. Let's see if they fixed anything over here. Oh, I didn't even make this. If I elevate this line, flow line 122.25, flow line 123.90, 123.88, so that stayed the same. $122.25. $123.90 was this. Where's the one they changed? 122.25. No. They actually lowered this. 122.78. 122.25. 122. Yeah, this is crazy. I mean, this is just a cut and dry, extremely poor design and refusal to even check what they're doing. $123.30. Just going to add a few elevations of this just to see how bad this is. I'm just going to do it manually instead of offsetting, just based on what they called out. 124.38. 122.75. 123.80. 123.60. 124.16. That's good enough for now. Make sure this one's correct. Long line snap. Let's add that elevation. 23.94. Corner of that. I'm just going to guess at this. Going to go halfway between 120, halfway between 123.70, 124.20, 124.17. So I'm just going to do 124. It's closer to that 118 for my top of curve. Let's see. So this is elevated. Oh, we did have a slight change here. Just going to break it right here. Delete this. So I'm going to right click edit. Now I want to go to horizontal. Now this is saying it's the start of the line right here. So I want to hit this button up here, reverse line direction. I'm going to click once because it's asking me which segment. I want the last segment. And then I want to, this middle button here, add after last segment. I want a smooth curve. I'm just going to click a couple of times on here. Click once. I'm going to hit enter on my mouse button. I have an enter button because I want it to just to maintain what other elevations there, which this is a contour line, so it needs to be the same elevation. So right here, 123.43. Actually, I'm just going to hit undo. I'm just going to leave it right there because they didn't model any curb in, so it's actually not going to look right anyway. So I've updated per 122.75. So I've already sent in a revision. This is what I do when I find something, I send in comments markup. This actually looks like a slope when you see grade lines that close together. So this says it's supposed to be a sidewalk. Turn on my surface. Yeah. Oh, edge brake line. I'm just gonna get rid of my edge brake line, so I'm gonna have to redo the whole thing. And this is supposed to be sidewalk. What's this line? Existing EP? That's not elevated correctly anyway. Just gonna make it undefined. So yeah, this is what they have modeled. And I never finished this top of curb line, that's why it's extending off into forever. It's getting higher and higher as it goes, but right here, I mean, even right here looks somewhat flat. Once you get past this 123, view, surface slicer. Actually, I'm just going to go sidewalk to sidewalk. And it's, once it gets past that brake line, that contour line, it is 8%. So they didn't fix that problem either. In this case, the designer doesn't want to check anything, put any time into figuring this out. So I'm going to make the contractor topo this whole edge on the north or on the east. So this is a quick example. Zero progress was made from this revision. Maybe right here. There's just a couple clarifications I needed. Oh, the curb goes all the way through. That was a miss that they had, I believe. They had broke the curb, so in this case they're telling me that it extends, and that makes a lot of sense. It's a pretty easy change. Right click, edit, my line string, horizontal tab. It's reversed from the way I want to look at it, so I'm just going to click this reverse line string direction. It's asking me for which segment I want it to alter. I'm going to click this last one. I'm going to hit add after last segment. I want this to be straight, and I want it to go to this next one. I'm going to hit close. I'm going to edit this again, same thing. I'm going to reverse my line direction. Click on my last segment's actually here. I'm going to hit add after last segment. I want this to be straight, and I want to connect to that. Then I'm just going to right click edit and go to my vertical tab. I'm going to add an elevation here, 124.40. $124.13 is what they changed this to. 124.13. Now I'm going to go back to horizontal. I'm going to click on this last segment. And I'm going to hit question mark for the elevation there. I'm going to click on both of these, join. So I want to join these lines. Do the same thing with the back curve. I'm going to edit this again. I'm going to check the horizontal. I don't like seeing, for most of my work, I don't like seeing any elevations on the horizontal tab. I like to keep all my elevations in vertical. So this grabbed the other lines vertical, 124.36. Now it doesn't tell me how quickly it transitions down. The site plan might tell me. It's probably 6 feet. I can fix that later. So I'm going to edit this 120. So this one's different now. It's 124.13 top of curb. 124.36 top of curb. Just going to add this for the fun of it. 124.40. Let's see how this looks in 3D. Uh-oh. Actually, this entrance right here that's just the overhang. I didn't know what that was at first. I'm going to make that undefined. So it looks like I've got some other line that's messing me up here. Yep. Not sure why it's doing that. Check those takeoffs. Make sure I didn't categorize anything here. Footer, column, bottom, that's what it was. Reassign. Hmm. That's an error I've never seen. I'm gonna have to redo my takeoff surface for that to work. Yeah, oh well. I'll figure that out at some point, why that's causing that. One quick thing you can always do is just hit all. And I can see, oh, it's a boundary. I don't know, if I click here, I accidentally added that to the finished grade as a boundary. Go back to this. Make it a little less transparent. So, this transitions to a ramp. And that's okay now. So they gave me one change that clarified something. But other than that, the changes I was hoping got resolved did not get resolved, so back to the drawing board. So, alright, thanks anyone who just watched this. It's I just wanted to show an example of checking a revision, seeing if it solved a problem. In this case, it did not solve the problem. It did not add any clarification to anything. So it's on the contractor now to see how much they want to push, or they just want to get out in the field and prove to the owner there's something's wrong. That's up to them. So, all right, just wanted to show something quick. I'll be back on Thursday. We'll do something else, but yeah. All right, thanks for sticking around. Quick watching a revision not really revise anything. So this happens on a lot of jobs. Not everyone, but a lot of them. So, all right, everyone, have a good one.